Welcome. This video demonstrates the functionality of the ThoughtWave technology, with examples based on the current data model for the ThoughtWave prototype. It highlights both the present capabilities and the potential for future developments. To keep updated with the ThoughtWave project, visit www.thoughtwave.app. This example video will follow the story of Maria, who dreams of becoming an engineer but faces personal challenges. It will also share the story of the factory where Maria works, which is also experiencing challenges with how people are coordinated. Maria was born in a small town in Mexico. While her family were poor, they were happy. Maria spent her childhood reading books on building things. She was fascinated by machines and dreamed that one day she would be an engineer. Inspired by Maria's determination, her family and their friends helped her move to the United States, where she started a job in a robotics factory. This was the opportunity Maria had been waiting for. Maria was thrilled with her new job. She started working on the factory floor and her mind buzzed with ideas on how to improve the machines and operations. But there was a problem. Without a university degree, no past experience and limited English skills, Maria struggled to share her ideas. Her friend encouraged her to speak with Aaron, who was an engineer and Maria's floor manager at the factory. When she approached Aaron, he dismissed her thoughts, not recognizing her potential. Frustrated but determined, Maria even tried speaking with the managing director, who encouraged her to talk with Aaron. The lack of a formal process to harness the cognitive value of employees like Maria left her ideas unheard. This is where ThoughtWave technology steps in. ThoughtWave is designed to capture and illuminate the cognitive value of every employee, bridging the gap between their ideas and the company's operations. Intrigued by the potential of ThoughtWave, the managing director decides to give it a trial in the factory. At the core of ThoughtWave is the Thought Drive, a personal repository for individuals to store and organize their thoughts. Maria is one of the first to sign up for the trial, giving her access to her very own Thought Drive. Maria decides to share her first thought. She opens the ThoughtWave app and is prompted by a chatbot to share her thought verbally. Maria is also supported in Spanish, her preferred language. Maria describes an idea on how to improve robotic arms in the factory by replacing metal joints with self-healing composite material. This innovation could save the factory time and money by reducing downtime. Speaking freely supports Maria to relax while she covers all the important aspects of her idea. However, her thought is long and poorly structured, making it hard to revisit or share. The chatbot steps in, transforming Maria's thought into a concise summary while retaining all the crucial details. This process reassures Maria that she doesn't need to worry about how her thoughts will sound later. She can focus on the details, knowing the chatbot will refine her wording. Saving time and improving clarity for thoughts using chatbots is a key aspect of how ThoughtWave optimizes human thinking for individuals, as well as for networks of individuals. The next step in processing Maria's thought is understanding its relevance. Guided by ThoughtWave, a chatbot scans the original wording of Maria's thought to identify the core subject matters. These subject matters are then weighted based on their alignment with the thought, ensuring a focused understanding. ThoughtWave deepens the understanding by assigning fractal patterns to each subject matter. These ThoughtWave fractals offer a layered perspective on shared thoughts. One of the most important fractals is emotion. While Maria's emotions were positive when discussing robotic arm joints, feelings of anger or frustration would add crucial context to her thought. Another key fractal is neural layer. Through ThoughtWave, neural layers mimic the function of neurons in our bodies. They progress from initial awareness to learning, then considering possibilities, and finally motivating actions. Fractal patterning will revolutionize how we digitally organize human thinking. One intriguing application we've explored is gender language. By understanding masculine and feminine qualities in thoughts, we gain a valuable perspective that can enhance the flow of thinking. Like subject matters, fractal patterns are also weighted based on their alignment with Maria's original thought, creating a comprehensive and nuanced understanding. With Maria's thought now patterned, it's time to store it in her Thought Drive. This is where Maria's intelligent agent takes over. Every ThoughtWave user has a personal agent that manages the patterns of thoughts within their Thought Drive. The intelligent agent develops its own algorithms, adapting to Maria's behavior to optimize the organization of her thoughts. Beyond advanced retrieval capabilities, Maria's agent can also bring stored thoughts to her attention when there's a strong alignment with her current patterns of thinking. ThoughtWave therefore unleashes the incredible potential of human and machine intelligence working together. As humans share and process their rich experiences, machines decode these thoughts, creating deep, interconnected patterns. This synergy will pave the way to a new and powerful intelligence, transforming how we think, connect, and innovate. To help individuals and their intelligent agents optimize thinking flows, thoughts are shared into thought spaces. Maria joins the collective thought space created for the factory. Through her ThoughtWave app, she can see detailed information about the thought space, the number of people involved, the volume of thoughts, and the most active areas of thinking. Maria also has the option to ask the ThoughtWave chatbot questions. To assist Maria, the ThoughtWave chatbot communicates with her intelligent agent, which analyzes the deep patterns of both Maria's thoughts and those within the thought space. Maria's first question is to know if any of her existing thoughts would be of interest to others. Her intelligent agent instantly identifies her most valuable thought, relaying a short description through the chatbot for Maria. The chatbot asks if she would like to share this thought. Maria is happy to share. With Maria's permission now given, her intelligent agent sends a signal to the factory's thought space, alerting other agents to the new thought. Each agent then scans Maria's thought to determine if it aligns with the thinking of the individuals they support. Some agents will find no alignment, while others will identify relevant patterns. For a thought to be shared, the alignment must be strong. As a new user, Maria initially has no influence within the thought space. To help new users gain visibility, their thoughts receive an initial boost. With this boost, Aaron's intelligent agent decides that Maria's thought is worth sharing with Aaron. The intelligent agent for the managing director also recognizes some alignment, but it's not strong enough to be selected for consideration yet. Aaron's intelligent agent retrieves the concise summary of the selected thought, sharing it with Aaron through the ThoughtWave chatbot verbally. While Maria's original thought was in Spanish, the concise summary is translated into English, Aaron's preferred language. A key aspect of sharing thoughts through ThoughtWave is user anonymity. This safeguards privacy and eliminates bias, ensuring that the focus remains on the quality of the thought, not the identity of the contributor. After listening to Maria's thought, Aaron is impressed. Not knowing it was from Maria, he immediately assumes it must have been contributed by the new engineer, David. Finding value in the thought, Aaron is prompted to describe its value. This description will embed into the patterning of Maria's thought, influencing both its relevance and impact. Aaron's feedback becomes a thought itself. Like original thoughts, it is scanned by ThoughtWave to determine its relevancy. Subject matters are selected and weighted, then analyzed for fractal patterning. This provides deep context for the value Aaron has identified in Maria's thought. In the next part of this video, we'll demonstrate how Aaron's feedback strengthens the value pattern of Maria's thought. For simplicity, we'll just focus on how the value pattern shapes for subject matters. The same logic, however, would apply to shaping the value pattern for each subject matter fractal. The pattern of subject matter relevancy for Maria's thought is initially established by the subject matters identified when Maria first shared her thought. This pattern is then extended by embedding Aaron's pattern of feedback for subject matters. While there are subject matters that align to Maria's, Aaron's unique perspective adds new ones, broadening the categorization and extending the influence of Maria's thought. The identified subject matters embed weightings into Maria's thought pattern. As a new user, Maria added only 1 point of influence for each subject matter. Aaron, being an established user with more influence, adds stronger weightings, supporting Maria's thought in gaining visibility. With increased influence, the intelligent agent for the managing director now re-examines Maria's thought. With Aaron's support, Maria's thought now has enough value to be shared with the managing director. Without knowing who contributed the thought, the managing director immediately recognizes its value as an idea that could save the factory money and time. Just like Aaron, the managing director will then add his feedback, deepening and extending the value patterns for the thought, while strengthening Maria's influence within the thought space for the factory. Intelligent agents manage the patterns of influence for thoughts by expert levels. As a new user, Maria begins at expert level 1, with 1 point of influence for both subject matters and fractals. By contributing thoughts that other users value, Maria starts to build her influence. Once she gains enough influence, Maria unlocks the next expert level. Maria's contributions will pattern across multiple expert levels, building influence as users with the same levels value her thoughts. Each expert level will also start to develop its own language, offering 2 significant benefits. Firstly, it allows users to jump levels if their thoughts are identified as aligning with a higher level of expertise. Secondly, understanding expertise levels as different languages enables chatbots to translate thoughts across levels, providing experts the ability to communicate intelligent ideas to laypersons effectively. This innovative feature of ThoughtWave enhances communication and understanding, bridging the gap between experts and everyday users. After 3 months of trialing ThoughtWave, the managing director conducts his review. While he's pleased with his own experience, the real value shines through in the data. Through ThoughtWave, thinking has been significantly improved. By building thought relationships with humans, machine intelligence seamlessly coordinates the thinking process for the factory workforce. Thoughts are now shared faster, clearer, and across language barriers. Teams are working together more efficiently, and there's been a significant surge in innovative ideas for improvements. In the final month of the trial, the managing director approved more performance bonuses than any other month in the factory's history. Impressed with the results, he sends his recommendation to head office for an immediate rollout of ThoughtWave to other factories. However, not everyone was satisfied with the trial. The new engineer, David, felt that the technology didn't work well as few of his thoughts were valued. Disillusioned, David decides to leave the factory and quits his job. Seizing the opportunity, Maria applies for the now vacant position. Inspired by the benefits of ThoughtWave, management approves sharing thought drive patterns for existing staff who wish to apply for the job. When Aaron sees Maria's pattern, he's amazed. He had no idea she was contributing so much value. He had always assumed it was David, due to his prestigious university background. Although Maria's pattern is strong, she lacks university qualifications, which has always been a requirement for this position. Unsure what to do, Aaron consults the managing director. After reviewing Maria's thought drive pattern, the managing director personally contacts her. He thanks her for her great work and offers her the job. The decision was easy. Maria had not only demonstrated valuable expertise, but also inspired her colleagues, something that was clearly evident in Maria's fractal patterning. Maria's overjoyed. Against all odds, she's finally achieved her dream of becoming an engineer. Thank you for watching this video, which showcased the transformative potential of the ThoughtWave technology through an example of a real-world factory setting. But this is just one possibility. From empowering individuals to manage their personal thoughts to creating a more optimal global intelligence, ThoughtWave is set to radically transform the world as we know it. To keep updated with the ThoughtWave project, please visit www.thoughtwave.app.